Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Sound right, boy.
What's up, Hobo?
I almost made a fatal mistake.
What was that?
I jumped over to the actual screen.
Oh, yeah. I was over there for a minute, too.
I hit the make sure everything's paused or muted, and I'm watching it, and it goes, oh, there's 30 seconds left. And I go, wait, that's like less than 30 because I'm on the wrong fucking screen. I need to jump.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's Thursday.
It is. Again. These keep coming way too fast.
Yep. This is our third show.
It's like almost like MASH at this point.
And so tonight we have Mike from Bowers Barbecue on. So that should be fun.
Never heard of him.
What's that?
Never heard of him.
Now he has, again, what we're going to do tonight is 10% of tonight's super chats and super stickers will go to a charity of Mike's choice, and that is Give Kids the World. That link is down below in the description there if anybody wants to check it out. Also down in the description, you can learn more about Bowers Barbecue, link to his YouTube and link to his Instagram. And you know what's special about tonight? The after show will not be on this channel.
Where will it be, Rob?
It will be on the After the Hot Seat channel. And that is also linked down in the description there. So if you want to see the hijinks that goes on after, go subscribe to After the Hot Seat, and we'll stream that up as soon as the show ends. And I'm on the wrong page.
I should probably subscribe to that channel. You've got 11 team now.
Woo! Hey, thanks, Joey.
Oh, shit. You got a drink?
Oh, yep.
Oh, brand new bottle of Wild Turkey.
Oh, there you go. You're brave. I'm just doing beer.
I changed it up tonight. Whoa, wow. All right, bring Bowers on so that I'm not getting drunk.
Yeah, I'm looking for a clip here. All right. Let's learn a little bit about Mike from Bowers Barbecue.
Welcome everyone, my name is Mike and I love barbecue. Come along with me as I cook in my backyard using wood, pellet, and charcoal smokers. Also travel along as I visit some of the most iconic barbecue joints in Texas and beyond. Eating some of the most delicious barbecue you will find with my family, while getting tips from some of the top pit masters the barbecue world has today. Thank you so much for checking out Bowers Barbecue. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video.
And magically, there he is.
Here I am. What's going on, guys?
How's it going, Mike?
Doing good. Excited to be here.
Nice.
So, Rob, I'm going to completely fuck your show up, as I always. Let's start a new segment where after the person comes on, he explains the charity and what about the charity, why they like the charity, etc.
Thrilled to death to talk about it. Give Kids the World is, a part of not really a part of Make-A-Wish, but you always hear kids at Make-A-Wish, they want to go to Disney World. Well, they need a place to go. And Give Kids the World is that place. It's a resort. Anytime a kid wishes to go to Disney World, they give them basically a house. They have a about 100 duplexes on campus. You get a house, you get free food for the week. They give you park tickets to Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, SeaWorld, and they give these kids the time of their life. And became a part of this organization because my daughter was a wish kid. She was diagnosed with cancer back in 2017, beat it in 2018, and she wished to go to Disney World, and Give Kids a World and Make-A-Wish definitely took care of her. It was an amazing time.
Oh, nice.
So, really
That's awesome.
near and dear to my heart, and it's a great place. It really is.
Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely check it out. Everybody check it out up there.
With COVID, they had to shut down, and they didn't get many donations, so any little bit helps right now.
Okay.
But they did open up about 2 weeks ago.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So again, the links in the description for that.
And then I will match any donations tonight up to $100 too.
Nice.
Christ, I'm gonna get fucking hammered.
So yeah, bring in those super shots.
Yeah, Butch knows what you're talking about. Give Kids the World is an awesome charity.
Yeah, being a theme park guy, I'm sure he's heard about them before.
Well, I think he talked about that last week, didn't he? A little bit. That name sounds familiar,
I don't know. I don't remember that part of it.
but I'm on like day 22 of being on people's live streams, so
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
pick
are
up on stuff.
almost live streaming every week, it seems, or every day of the week, it seems like.
I'm a live stream whore.
Yeah,
It's fun though. I don't blame you. It's a lot of fun.
he's on all the time.
All right, so let's get into this.
All right.
I'm just gonna beat you to death right off the get-go.
Let's go.
Of all the barbecue crawls going to different places, give me your top 3 and why.
Man,
Yep.
that is hard.
Little dick move right out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally been to places from Hawaii to Florida and, of course, all over Texas. With the pandemic, I really stopped ranking barbecue joints because in the end, they're just people trying to make money. But I will say the one place I always go back to and absolutely love is Valentina's Tex-Mex in Austin, Texas. And for you guys who don't know anything about Valentina's, it's Tex-Mex barbecue. They smoke up mesquite and then throw it in tacos, homemade tortillas, homemade guacamole. It's just unbelievable. It's a place I could eat at morning, noon, and night. And luckily, they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's a place that's a must go to when I'm in Austin, Texas.
What's that one called?
Valentina's Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
And funny story, I found out about this place through Aaron Franklin. The first time I went to Franklin Barbecue, he actually sat down and ate with me and talked about my barbecue crawl. He said I couldn't leave Austin without visiting Valentina's, and forever grateful for that tip because I had not heard of them before that. It's
Nice.
usually one of my favorite places, even above his restaurant, which is still phenomenal.
So what was that moment like? Like, I don't know if you get all like fanned out when something like that happens. Did he just sit down like, hey, dude?
Yeah. I started a barbecue blog before I did YouTube, and that was about the time that I was just now getting into writing. And I went to Austin for Franklin, a place called La Barbecue, and a place that's no longer open called John Mueller Meat Company. And I just saw him walk by, and I asked him a question. He just sat down because I was by myself. My family didn't want to wait in line for 4 hours. And we just talked shop. Nicest guy in the world. Aaron Franklin is a class act. And he told me places I should go to. Valentina's was his top priority. And then after about 10 minutes, we took a picture, and he went on to work. And funny thing is, a year later, I was invited to a pop-up dinner he did in Dallas. And he was the head chef. And I thought I was go there, I would eat and write about it and be gone. And the hostess of the evening came and was like, Aaron, this is Mike. I need you to do anything that he wants. So Aaron Franklin was at my beck and call for the entire night. And it was absolutely amazing. He was the nicest guy ever. And I'll always remember that night because he was phenomenal. I was this little guy taking pictures of my iPhone of everything he did. And he was just a class act the entire night.
That's awesome, and fuck you, Coleman, but I'll drink.
Tarantula Coleman.
Thanks, Coleman.
You'd think I'd be able to find my mouth early in the game, not late in the game.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get the 101.
So you have a couple. What are some of your favorite cookers to cook on?
So I have a little bit of everything. I have my PK grill, charcoal, as well as a Weber kettle. For pellet, I have a Rectech Bullseye. And then for a stick burner, I have Shirley Fabrication 24 by 36. I love all of them for different things, but I would say my favorite is probably my PK grill. It retains heat, doesn't take up much charcoal. I can grill on that. I can smoke on it. It's a workhorse for sure, and very portable, which I like as well.
How heavy is that fucking thing?
It's not heavy, dog. I'd say maybe max 50 pounds. It's and that was probably overestimating a little bit, but I can easily pick it up and dump the ash out. I don't even have to worry about vacuuming or anything else like that. It's a great grill. I really like it. I bought it for SCA competitions. Then COVID hit, and I didn't go to the SCA competitions.
Nice.
So for people who don't know, I figure most people do know about it, but explain how the SCA state competitions work. Like,
yeah, so state competitions, I guess about 5 years ago, I tried my hand at barbecue competitions. I just don't have the time or the funding to do barbecue competitions because it's always overnight and it's always, a ginormous entry fee, plus you have to buy the meats. SEA is about an 8-hour event, 1 day only. You pay, I think it's $125. And they provide the meat. You cook. You have the camaraderie of a barbecue competition, but all the time commitment.
So you draw numbers for meat on that, right?
You do. You draw numbers. I think, like say there's 50 teams. They draw numbers 1 through 50, and you go pick the first steak according to that number. Then they do it in reverse. So if you're number 1, you're picking first for the first steak, and you're picking last for the second steak.
Huh.
What's the range on the steaks? Like, is 1 the hot girl and number 100 is I'm not drunk yet?
I really I haven't done any competitions yet. I literally started last December. I took a SEA judging course, and of course they told us the rules and regulations of SEA, and we tried steaks, so we know what the judges need to be looking for. I went out and bought my PK, and then then all this hit. So I have had the opportunity to compete myself. I've been to a competition once just to look around, and that's really it.
So what are you looking for as a judge?
Most important part is doneness. SEA, they want a medium, not necessarily a medium rare. So perfect red center from top to bottom. They tell you grill marks are nice, but you don't have to judge on that. In the class that I took, they actually showed a steak that was seared on a flat top versus the grill mark. So not really supposed to judge too much, but everybody does from what I've heard. Right. So I'm anxious to get started. I'm disappointed I haven't been able to do that yet, but a couple more months hopefully.
Cool. What are you what are you eating, like where you're using the grill but you're not videoing, but something you love cooking out there?
Man, here lately my favorite's picanha. I did a picanha video about, I want to say 6 months ago now, and we used to have a restaurant here called Texas Land and Cattle, and they had a menu item called a smoked sirloin, and somebody told me that's just smoked picanha, so I cooked it just like that. It tasted identical to picanha or to smoked sirloin, but I've never gotten so many mean comments in my life because everyone thinks I screwed it up by not grilling it with just salt like they do in Brazil. But damn, it was good. I really enjoyed it smoked.
Which cooker are you using for that?
That one I used my Rectech Bullseye. I got that back in June, so I used that a lot during that time, just trying to learn the cooker. And yeah, Rectech does a really good job on steaks.
Oh, cool.
All right, so now I'm going to give you another dick move.
Best pellets. Do what?
What's your best pellets in your mind?
Lumberjack. Lumberjack by far. I've had 3 pellet grills, and I've gone through a crap ton of pellets because I hated the smoke flavor on pellet grill, lack of smoke flavor on pellet grills, and Lumberjack gave me the most smoke flavor out of any other brand that I've used.
So I agree with you. The weird thing is, for me to get Lumberjack, I thought was an hour drive, and then I found the local drugstore 2 blocks from my house I never go to actually stocks that.
Okay.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I probably went through 10 gallons of fucking gas every time.
Yeah.
Well, my last video is actually about that. We used to have a spot about 20 minutes from me that had Lumberjack, and they quit carrying it. Then a store 2 miles from me started carrying it. They were $17.99 for a 20-pound bag is what they wanted. Absolutely insane. Then I heard about a store about 45 miles from me that had it, and they had it for $8.99. So I stocked up. So I'll have to go back there for a while.
You're one of those time doesn't matter to me.
Well,
It's
these
about-
days, it doesn't matter at all. I had nothing else to do, so might as well drive and make a day of it.
Nice.
But yeah, lumberjack by far. I kind of go between hickory and their new mesquite blend. That's pretty.
Okay.
It gives a pretty good smoke flavor.
Now, do you like mix them up? Just put one at a time?
You know, I used to do a pecan oak mix because when I'm cooking with griddle wood, that's my favorite. But it was too light of a smoke flavor for hickory and the mesquite.
Huh.
Packs a pretty good punch for a pellet grill.
So does a Rectech have a dump on it, or are you committed? Like, I've got a Green Mountain Grills, and I'm not scooping that shit out by hand.
Yeah, no, I use pretty much these days the same wood for anything that I'm cooking because, again, in my opinion, the smoke flavor is not strong enough to really make a difference. So if I have a hopper full of hickory, everything I cook's going on hickory. I have a hopper full of mesquite, everything I cook's going on mesquite.
Gotcha.
Huh. Now, you're in Texas or somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm in North Dallas.
Are you, I hear there's some kind of weather going on down.
Man, it's absolutely nuts down here. We got down to -2 degrees on Tuesday, and I've never seen that in my 41 years living in Texas. It's absolutely nuts. I haven't ventured out. I have one drink tonight, or 2 drinks tonight, because I couldn't go to the store. So this is going to be a 2 beer Bowers tonight, man.
Yeah.
So I seen your koozie. Did you get to meet the lady at Snow?
Yeah, Tootsie, she is so awesome. I've been there a couple of times already. The first time, I was kind of super shy because I didn't want to bug the lady, but she loved every moment of it and talked to us. Then the end of 2019, I had a couple of Italians fly in. They wanted me to take them on a Texas barbecue crawl. And we went down there and just chatted it up. Those guys brought her a bottle of Prosecco. She loved it, and she chatted with us the entire time. She fantastic. The entire staff there is fantastic. You know, Tootsie gets a lot of the credit. There's a lot of people there that make that place happen, and they're all top notch.
I just nothing against it. I just can't imagine eating barbecue at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it's the thing to do here lately. They get going at 8, and they're usually done by 10. Here lately, a lot earlier than that. But it's a good barbecue. It's not rich and overpowering. They don't use a lot of Wagyu or prime like Franklin would, but they just have choice meats, and they do pretty damn good job with that choice meat. And you can just munch on it. You can have make a taco out of it. It's pretty good stuff. It's a fun experience.
I'm out of the loop. What I missed your koozie.
Oh, Snow's Barbecue, Lexington,
okay.
Texas. Yeah.
So, Rob
Special in her.
and Michael, correct me on this. She's 60, 70 years old.
I want to say she's 82.
82.
Yeah, she's in her age. She's up there. She's but man, she moves. That girl works. She still works as a custodian at the local school. On the weekends, she's cooking barbecue for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. You get there before the Netflix show. You could get there at 7:30 and be 20 deep in line. But they have contests to get things going, whether it's a gift card or a front of the line pass. It's just a fun experience. It's like a tailgate. Then you get to eat some delicious food and hang out with Miss Tootsie and go about your day. And since you're doing it so early in the morning, you can go hit another barbecue joint afterwards. That's what a lot of folks do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's Louis Mueller in Taylor, Texas, which isn't too far away. That's usually the lunch stop when you go to Snow's.
Nice. And you didn't have to. Go ahead.
I said that's something I'd like to do.
It's fun, man. You come down to Texas, I'll take you on a good barbecue crawl. As I was telling you guys earlier, I love to cook, but something about Texas restaurants, the hospitality of the people there, and just the environment, love for barbecue. It's a great time. A lot of people say the best barbecue they ever eaten is in their backyard. I would love to go to their backyard because there's some phenomenal barbecue joints here in Texas. I think as somebody who does it every single day and has the equipment of a 1,000-gallon pit and the convection that brings, plus the warmers to hold it for 10 to 12 hours, let all those juices reabsorb.
Yeah.
You can't really replicate that in the backyard as well as you can in a restaurant, in my opinion.
So I'll tell you a funny story. Chicken fried barbecue?
Yeah, I do. I don't know him personally, but I've seen his channel.
So a couple of years ago, I went down to visit him in Suburban Barbecues in the chat. Bill was doing a competition, and he kept telling me about Bucky's. And I'm like, the fuck are you going on about a gas station for? So we're driving, and it's like, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock at night. It's dark. We get out of Houston. He goes, the biggest Bucky's is up here coming up soon. But we passed that one. And we actually stop at the original first Bucky's, which is no bigger than my fucking garage.
Yeah.
And him and Suburban are like, oh yeah, this is the greatest store ever. And I'm like, we're in a fucking Speedway at this point. What are you?
Yeah, no, Bucky's is legit. It's a lot of fun, and almost every barbecue crawl I go on involves a stop at Bucky's for sure. You gotta get a little bit of sweets to offset all that salty from the barbecue.
So their barbecue, so the one I went to pretty much had everything except for Uncle Steve's Shake, because I don't think Uncle Steve's Shake was out at that point, but I know he's in Bucky's. But
He is, yeah.
how's their barbecue?
So I actually have a video on that. I do a barbecue taste test at Bucky's, and I'll go ahead and get the spoilers out since nobody's watching that video anyway. The pulled pork's my favorite. If I go there, I say get the pulled pork. The brisket and sausage and the turkey just not very good compared to the pork.
I seen you and your daughter. I watched that one. That's why I'm lobbing you grenades.
Okay.
That you
All right, excellent. I like that. Yeah, my little taste tester. She was in that video quite a bit. She enjoyed that one.
I've never been to a Bucky's.
Yeah, they're definitely an experience. If you come to Texas, I think they're now in Alabama and Florida as well. Definitely want to stop at one. It's something you want to visit at least one time.
Yeah, we don't have those things up in Pennsylvania here.
Yeah, it's kind of a Texas thing. Started in Texas for the longest time. Like I said, they now started branching out of state.
Rob, the ones I've seen are like a Flying J times 5.
Yeah, it's about the size of a super Walmart with about 100 gas pumps. And
Okay.
One of my favorite vloggers, a guy called Adam the Woo, he called it a Texas Disneyland, basically. Just everything you could possibly want in there is there.
Except for the one I went to.
Except for the one you went to, yeah.
Yeah.
The older ones are more your traditional gas stations compared to the new ones.
I just thought it was cool to go to the first one.
Yeah,
Ever.
no, for sure. I don't think I've ever done that.
And their corporate office is like 2 blocks down the road.
Okay.
Because that's where we almost pulled in. Because he's like, oh, the GPS says it's right here. And I'm like, that's an office building.
Yeah. Yeah, Frag Daddy, they do have the nicest bathrooms. If you're on a road trip, Bucky's, that's where you're going to want to go for sure.
I'll have to go there, I guess. Next time we go on a road trip.
It's an experience. Check it out on YouTube. There's a lot of people that will fly. I saw one guy who came in from Canada just to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Bucky's.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience.
I've gone to Stuckey's.
Yeah,
Those are hard to fucking find.
Yeah.
yeah. There's not many of those anymore.
I was pissed the one in Terre Haute, Indiana closed. Because you can get those Mexican ponchos there for $10. I love those things.
Yeah, we would go. I think we were driving out to Arizona or somewhere, and stop at the Stuckey's and get like the $1.99 breakfast special. Eggs, toast, something else, hash browns. I think it was those three. $1.99. Boom.
Yeah, Bucky's has pretty good breakfast. I'm a big fan. A little brisket, egg, and cheese taco. Not too bad.
Nice.
Rob, I'm gonna let you take over so I can Google how many Stuckey's are left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the Stuckey's had those pecan logs or something like that, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can still order them online. Pecan. No, I'm not signing up for your newsletter.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one. Peanut logs, according to Keith.
Yeah, peanut logs at Stuckey's is what Keith's saying.
They're all in the South now. There's one in New York,
That was
Tennessee.
a big Route 66 thing, wasn't it, Stuckey's?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, their website's giving me epilepsy. So, for anybody that knows what's up, Wall Twins, the way we've been formatting the show is first half hour, it's just the three of us bullshitting. We're getting to the past that point. So if you have questions, put them at Hobo, Nichol, and it'll fill the rest in because my channel name's fucking way too long.
It is.
And I'll start writing them down.
No,
I did
that. Mobile. I had to start watching on my laptop just so I wouldn't have to type it in.
I did that one time as a joke. I changed the name to that, and because Robert Roy said whoever has he had some kind of drawing where he was cooking on his flat top, and he's like, whoever wins this, I'll write your name out in pancake mix.
Okay.
Of course, mine wins. He's like, he's got a, I think he had the 28-inch, and he almost ran out of room putting that out in pancake mix.
Hey,
Holy
thanks, Steve. That's
shit,
awesome,
Steve.
man. That's really cool.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh, where's the bottle? Steve, you owe me a new liver.
Have a great night, Steve.
Oh, there we go, Hobo. That's for the
I had
kids.
to do the equivalent of the Kent Big Cup. Oh, fuck. All right, so you might want to put at Hobo Nichol Barbecue Testing Laboratories twice in there so I can see it.
See it.
Yeah.
The two will turn into one, right?
Yeah. So you didn't have to replace any plumbing or anything. Nothing.
Man, we got super lucky. I don't know what I've been doing to live right, but we didn't lose power but for 45 minutes. My in-laws, literally 2 miles up the road, they had no power from Monday to this afternoon, so they came and stayed with us to stay warm. Yeah, we didn't lose power so far. Knock on wood. No busted pipes. We should be thawing out tomorrow, so we'll know for sure. But all my water's running great. We've been warm the entire time and definitely been fed. So we've been very, very fortunate. It's no joke down here. So I've never seen weather that cold before.
Yeah.
And we're just not prepared for it. We don't have the infrastructure to deal with this because it's once every 100-year storm that we have.
Yeah. And I guess a lot of Texas is powered by those the wind turbines and things, and they were frozen up or something. Or
Well, every source of energy we had frozen up. It wasn't the wind turbines definitely did because we don't have the proper wind turbines for the cold weather.
right.
Natural gas froze up. I think there's some problems with some of our nuclear reactors, the power plants. Just everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Oh, geez.
Last I heard, almost everybody's got power now. They're just basically dealing with busted pipes at this point in time.
Oh, cool.
There may be 100,000 people still without power, but compared to 8 million, or
Yeah.
I don't think you got 8 million, but a few million.
Yeah.
What about the cows? They got to be cold.
Yeah, I put them on the grill.
Frozen burgers.
I grew up on a farm, and we would just feed the crap out of them and leave the barn open, and they'd come in and out as they wanted to. But a lot of times, they would just stand out there and just eat all day just to keep warm.
Nice. Let's see some questions in the chat.
All right, let's go.
Wait, you can't do that. You're fucking up the rotation.
I'm just,
You got to do the thing with the top picks of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That way Mike can go pee.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh,
Like I said, I don't have much beer to drink tonight. I have 2, and that's it.
we got one more minute until the top picks of the week. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm just getting us focused in.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just getting people ready. They gotta start typing those questions in. That way, as soon as the top picks of the week, hot picks of the week, please. And we got some questions to go with.
All right, sounds good.
You guys want to know why he's named Mike?
Yeah, ask away. Ask me how I got into
Something
this
to do with
YouTube
that.
thing, whatever. I'm game.
If he was born in Texas, what's his favorite food to cook? What's his favorite food to video?
I like to film other people's cooks. That's my favorite thing. to
Yeah.
do. I love barbecue crawls. Barbecue crawls, unfortunately, don't get the views, but I absolutely love doing them. They're my favorite videos to make.
Nice.
But you get to eat fucking great food.
Man, I eat phenomenal food and meet phenomenal people. It's unreal. Like I said, I had a blog before I went into YouTube, and I've been doing that since 2015. I met a lot of great owners over the course of the years. And in fact, when my daughter was diagnosed with cancer, they all reached out. I had people sending me food and whole briskets. It's a great community. I'm learning that about the YouTube community as well. The YouTube community seems to be as good as the restaurant community when it comes to taking care of their own. It's a fun thing to be a part of.
All right, it's time to roll the clips because the questions are rolling in, and I'm not going to be able to keep up with this.
All right, guys. Every week we go through the videos that popped up since the last hot seat out on the YouTube, and we pick out 3 videos we thought maybe stood out. Maybe people need to check these people out if they've never heard of them. They are linked this time in the description. which I forgot last week, but I had updated it.
We're new at this.
Yeah.
I was doing a great job, though. I enjoyed the format.
But yeah, I mean, plus this is a great time to get out of your chair and dance around to the tune. Here we go. Hot picks of the week.
Best of win. Can we have a slow song next week? Like almost like Let's Get It On. Very white.
We need some Texas country on that. Texas country and barbecue goes together.
So yeah, those are the 3 picks for this week. If you guys want to be featured, make a video and then send us a picture. Contact us through bbqhotseat.com and we'll be sure to use your picture if we like it. Or if you're one of the first 3 to do it.
Whichever comes first.
Yeah.
But then we don't have to make choices.
Yeah. Then there's here's the 3 that were sent in.
By we, I mean he. You know, you think I'd know this by now. I blame Uncle Steve. All right.
We have some questions rolling in then?
We got a lot of questions.
Excellent.
Bobby Catton wants to know what is Mike's favorite PK grill cook and when will he make another PK grill video?
Oh, my favorite thing on the PK grill is actually pork butt because it's so simple to use. You just basically set it and it cooks the entire pork butt. And they may kick me out of Texas, but I kind of like a good pork butt. It's phenomenal.
I'm surprised you can even get them down there.
Oh, they're all over the place. All over the place.
Sorry, I just remembered something. I'm doing something here real quick.
All right, I'll just run the show.
Let's do it.
Have you ever had a tour of Cowboy Stadium?
I have, actually. It's kind of funny. The last time Texas had a major snowstorm like this was during the Super Bowl 45 when it was at Cowboy Stadium. I was actually on the stage crew for the halftime show. So I spent the entire week at Cowboy Stadium, every square inch of that place, preparing for the Super Bowl. And, of course, I was on the field during halftime. It was a lot of fun. Really cool experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know there's one I'm missing because Grilling and Chilling with Coleman just put at Hobo. He put, Mike, when are you coming ice fishing?
Yeah, he doesn't live too far from me. When he was on the hot seat, I talked about I want to come fishing at his pond he talked about. And right now I'm sure it is frozen over.
So we're going to have, well, I'm waiting for him to hop on. I sent a link to our friend Keith so he can do Keith's
questions. Oh, I'm ready for this one.
In Keith's
am I
corner.
ready for this?
Did you send a link to the other guy?
No, I didn't see him in the chat, so I figured.
Else, he might need a reminder. Last I knew, he had all his gear ready. He's like the Macho Man, ready to fucking wrestle Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Now, whether it happens or not, I don't know. All right, Mike, while Rob does that. Yep. Dash wants to know, can I come along on this barbecue crawl with you guys? I'm sure the answer is yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I love meeting up with folks. In fact, that's kind of how I got my first 100 subscribers on YouTube is James from Aim 'em and Claim 'em knew that I was going to be at Franklin one day with those friends from Italy that came in. And we met in line. He put me in his video. I got my first 100 subscribers off that, and I'll forever be thankful for that. So, yeah, anybody wants to meet up with me, I'm down for it, whether I've met you or not.
Nice.
So it's funny because I was just about to start your Franklin video. I got sidetracked, but I saw James's video over there in the right.
Yeah, I literally had 13 subscribers when James said he wanted to meet me in line. And the time he put his video out, I was 113. So I'm forever thankful for that one.
So while we're waiting for Keith to hop on with the Keith's Corner, what are we going to call it? Keith's Corner.
That works.
5 minutes with Keith.
We're still waiting for 5 minutes with Bobby. Like, I feel like you have to reserve that space because
Keith's cranium. You never know what you're going to say. What's inside that head of his?
But also, in the second half of the show here, what we do, and some of you know this, we'll put the StreamYard link in. You can hop on and ask Mike a question in StreamYard here. Be up on the screen, ask him a question. But these are meant to be like you ask a question and either hop out right there, or you ask a question and interact with the answer, but then hop right back out again.
Or Rob, I'll be a dick and tell Rob to boot you.
Yeah, we'll just be.
We'll just run that, Rob. Though I'll just be the dick. I already am the dick on the show.
So I'll put that in.
All right, Mike. So Everett Barbecue wants to know, what is Bauer's favorite method of cooking brisket, fat cap up, what binder on what cooker, etc.
So fat cap up or down really depends on what I'm cooking on. If I'm using my pellet grill, that's fat cap down to protect the meat from the heat. If I'm on my offset, it's fat cap up. But honestly, of all the briskets I've cooked, and I've cooked a lot, I haven't found much difference. I really haven't. I think you do what you're comfortable with. As far as binders, binder depends on the meat. The meat's sweating a lot, I'll use a binder. Or I won't use a binder, but if it's kind of dry, I'll throw in some pickle juice or mustard, and sometimes a combination of mustard and pickle juice, which is something I learned from a barbecue in Austin, Texas, from John Lewis. It's a pretty cool little method.
So we do have Keith.
Excellent.
Oh boy.
Hang on. A little intro. I didn't get a chance to make the intro yet. We got to think of a name up first. All right, Keith. Here comes Keith. Hey.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Keith?
I've been studying your channel for a week, dude.
All right.
To come up with 3 questions.
All right.
Then Hobo's got to be typical Hobo.
Mess that up for you?
I already asked most of them. So I got to rethink this in my head as I go. But one thing Hobo didn't ask is on your channel, you have a lot of restaurants that you go visit and
yes,
eat. What was your favorite one that you did a video of? And it better be the right answer, because if it ain't, I'm going to be mad.
The favorite one I did a video of. Man, that's a tough one. I had a good time with the Evie Mays one, just because it was a 5-hour road trip. I got a chance to.
I knew you would say that about that damn biscuit.
The biscuit one.
I watched that video the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, that's the one he's going to pick." But
that was a fun one though. 'Cause that was the first time I'd ventured out in a long time. But that was
2 months or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I liked was that Vaqueros.
Yeah, Vaqueros is amazing.
They look friggin' awesome. That
Yeah.
food you had there, dude.
I cannot remember the last time I went back for seconds at a barbecue joint like I did at Vaqueros.
But yeah, I watched a lot of your videos this week, and I'm like, man. My second question would be, one place you've never been to, and it doesn't have to be barbecue, but just one place in Texas you've never been to that you would like to go to that restaurant and eat.
Probably Brett's Backyard in Rockdale, Texas. He's not far from Lexington, Texas, which is where Snow's Barbecue and Tootsie is, and he actually has a very similar setup to Snow's, where it's kind of outside dining. But that guy, he's put out some amazing barbecue. I've had the opportunity to try his, I think it's his brisket at a festival, but I've never been to the restaurant, and I'm really looking forward to heading down to the restaurant. And hope to do that in the next couple of months.
Okay, my third question, Rob, would be to Bauer Barbecue. This ain't no friggin' animal, but what and where was the Armadillo World Headquarters?
The Armadillo World Headquarters?
Yeah.
I have no idea, Keith.
Okay, I got to ask another question. How old are you?
41, turned 42 next Wednesday, actually.
Yeah, you're probably too young to know this. Do you listen to Texas music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's my favorite thing to listen to when I cook.
How do you not know the Armadillo World Headquarters?
Maybe been before my time, but I listen to a lot of old stuff too.
The Armadillo was a music venue in Austin, Texas,
Okay.
at the old Armory downtown, and they turned it into a music venue in the 70s.
Okay.
And if you listen to AC/DC or Janis Joplin or Billy Joe Shaver, they all played at the Armadillo.
Okay.
George F. Walker sang a song about him. Gary P. Nunn sang a song about it. I can't believe you live in Texas and you don't know what the Armadillo was.
We try to stay away from Austin as much as possible once it's for barbecue.
Man, that's just Rob, I'm not doing good on my questions, man. These people ain't knowing the right answers. So
I don't even know how somebody prepares for these
You
questions.
can't prepare for Keith questions.
No.
He lives in Texas. He should know what the Armadillo is. Come on. I live in Indiana. I know
Well,
what
now that you bring up, I remember hearing some about it, but I don't know much about it. I really don't.
I'm going to get out of here real quick. But I was researching this question today because I knew this is what I wanted to ask you. It was in the 70s.
Yeah.
It's heyday. And the article I was reading was like they talked about all the drug use that was going on, but the police never raided that place. They never busted that place and never busted anybody there. And the reason that they didn't do that is because the police knew they would be arresting fellow police officers.
Yeah, they probably hung out there.
And so they never bothered that place. I just thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so all right, I'm out of here.
Thanks, Keith.
I like your barbecue crawl deals.
I appreciate that. Like I said, they're the most fun videos to make, but they don't get many views.
Like I say, I've watched a lot of your videos in the last week and a half. And,
I appreciate it.
All
Appreciate it.
right, Keith, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Later, Keith.
And we do have somebody else in the basement here.
All right.
Let me get caught up real quick before you bring the dash on. Mike, Darnell Medley wants to know how many crawls has Mike done total?
I've been doing this since 2015 or 2014, so I've lost count. Like I said, I started off with a blog. I would go to barbecue restaurants in the beginning just so I can learn how to cook barbecue myself and talk to the pit masters because most of them are open to sharing their secrets. Then people kept saying you should write about it, so I started a blog, and the first one that I ever did got picked up by Texas Monthly. So I was like, this is kind of cool, and started getting invited to different restaurants and festivals, and then eventually I realized I suck at writing, and so I started doing it with YouTube.
Nice. Do you have some more? Are you scrolling?
It was a bunch of shit for Keith, and unfortunately Keith hopped out. So you can catch him in the after show, I'm sure.
Nice. All right, so we got somebody in the basement here to hop on and ask you a quick question.
All right, sounds good. What's up, Dash?
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing good, sir. Doing good.
I wanted to know, people ask me this all the time. What got you into YouTube? What got you doing YouTube? I think you kind of just answered it. You realized you sucked at writing, and then you said, I'm going to do this instead.
So, kind of funny story. I started
my question.
So the way I got to YouTube, I started the blog. I was writing. In 2017, we went to Disney World to prepare. We started watching YouTube, and we started finding vloggers. I found guys, a guy named Adam LeWoo, the Tim Tracker, and we just kind of got hooked watching them to prepare for a trip. And when I got back, we're like, we're going to continue watching YouTube, or what are we going to do? And my daughter suggested you should probably do that with barbecue. And so I did a couple of what I called barbecue tours, where I would go to the barbecue restaurants and kind of film around the locations, but I was too embarrassed to film in public. And
it's a real thing.
Yeah,
it is very hard to hold the camera out and talk to yourself.
Exactly.
And and it is a learned skill, and you have to get way more comfortable. Like if you have something on your face and people are looking at you, like a birth defect or something like that, you kind of understand, like, all right, they don't really know what's going on, but that camera is that birth defect, and you're talking to the camera, or you're looking at the camera, and it's like, you see I'm busy doing something. Leave me alone. You see I'm trying to talk to 100,000 people on YouTube. Stop looking at me. All right. So anyway, but it is difficult. It can be difficult, definitely.
Yeah, so I did a couple of those, and I was like, man, I don't know. Then my daughter got sick, so my whole world got put on hold for about a year and a half. Yeah. Then one day I was in the grocery store, and I kind of told the story on Coleman's hot seat. I just watched a barbecue video about the Gabby's Grill, and I was in the grocery store, and I see this guy. I was like, man, I know him from somewhere, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm going back to the store, and I'm going to check out. He's going to check out, and it dawned on me who this is. It was
it Alton?
No, it was Justin from Baby Back Maniac.
Oh, okay.
And at the time, I knew I'd seen maybe 2 of his videos.
All right.
And I went up to him and was like, man, are you on YouTube? And he goes, yeah, I do barbecue videos. Like, man, that's where I saw you from. I was bugging me through the entire store. We started talking about barbecue, and I was talking about my blog and Instagram. And he asked if I did YouTube videos. Like, well, I did a couple of years ago, but I haven't done so much since then. He goes, you should check it out. I think it'd be fun. And so I thought about it, and my daughter's like, yeah, Dad, you should do it. So we made like a couple of small videos, and then had fun. And then I did some barbecue crawls, filming. I got a little bit more comfortable filming in public, and now it doesn't bother me one bit.
Mike, so I tell you, it is a surreal thing when someone walks up to you and they know your name, and they're like, just like you said, I know you from somewhere. I had that happen to me. I was actually, now my manager at work is one of my best friends, right? We're out at lunch, and we're walking, and we were going to go to one place to eat, and there was too many people, so we were walking down a little pathway in the plaza to go to the spot at the end of and this guy, you like, when somebody looks at you and they're like, they give you that look like, don't. So hey, he kind of did that. Like, he looked at my manager, he looked at me, then he, like, it was one of those, he looked at me again, and he said, hey man, he's like, do you have a YouTube channel? And I said, yes. He's like, you're Dash. I knew it was you. Oh my gosh, man. He's like, wow. I was like, okay. And I'm like, of all the people that I'm standing here with, it's my manager who's now going to give me grief, like, you're so famous, you're on the internet, blah, blah, blah. One of those things. But when it happens, Mike, I want you to think back to this conversation and how you talked to Justin. And because I know I met Justin, and I was the same way, and I was like, oh my God, you're Baby Back Maniac.
Well, see, I didn't realize how big he was. Like I said, I had no clue how big he was. And I went home and, subscribed to his channel, and I was like, this guy's pretty good at what he does. He's kind of big time over here.
Yep.
But at the time, I had no clue. Like I said, I had seen 2 videos at the time.
Well, just like you said, you didn't know how big he was. Greg from Ballistic Barbecue knew who I was, and I'm like, cool. I don't know who you are. Like, who is this guy? And he's like, yo, he's got like 90,000 subs. I'm like, what? And he knows who I am? Yeah. No. All right. Well, look, I'm going. Mike, nice talking to you. Thank you, Hobo, Rob, definitely. But I a lot of times the origin story sometimes gets left out. So
yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Take it easy, fellas. I'm going to bed. Yep.
I kept you up too late last night, Dash.
3:30 in the goddamn morning. He's talking my head off. It's all right. I pay back. Just wait till I get my income tax, and I'm gonna make you drink a whole bunch. I'm not going to spend my money doing that. But all right, take care, fellas.
Hey, man. So, do you have any more questions there in the old chatteroonie?
I do. Some of them I can't ask because they're weird as fuck, because Babe apparently is on medicine or something. lead up to your next guest, Joey wants to know, does Mike own a Blackstone?
I don't any longer. I hated cleaning that thing. I absolutely hated cleaning that thing. I also got to the point I have so many cookers, I feel like I'm neglecting them. So I sold the Blackstone, and that's actually kind of how I pay for my PK.
Yes. They're super easy to clean, by the way.
Apparently I was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Because mine, I thought I seasoned it really well, and it would still rust up, and yeah, it was more maintenance than I was wanting to do.
Nice.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it another shot.
Yeah. Well, we got somebody else in the basement. Wants to come up and ask you a question. Boop. There we go. How's it going, up TV?
Well, that last question just blew my question out the water.
Oh, really?
But does he have a Blackstone?
I do.
That was your question.
now we have the answer before the Blackstoner comes on. Hey, Bauer.
You got to talk to your
man.
I got to get with the production team on this.
So if I get another Blackstone, what do y'all suggest I get? Which model?
Man, so if you were having any problem with any Blackstone, I would start with a 17-inch and just try to make it like a cast iron. That's all you need to do.
Keep it in the garage.
Once it's that cast iron, you can cook whatever you want on that thing. And if you get sugars will burn.
Yeah.
On it. So Blackstone is a big cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
So if
I'll
you
give it another shot.
You're saying start with 17-inch because it's a little smaller, and once he kind of masters that, then maybe move up to 36 or 28 or.
Well, you'll figure out how much space you could utilize to cook for everybody, and
is the 17-inch that tabletop version
process?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I mean you could find deals too.
Yeah, I think I saw one on Christmas for like $79.
Get a 28 or a 36 for the same price as a, you know.
They have other ones.
So the question actually hit us first.
I was kind of expecting the character there. I was like, what character is he going to be this week?
Yeah.
I am. I'm in my Blackstoner gear.
Oh, Blackstoner. Okay.
Which ain't as funny as the redneck skin or the leprechaun.
You don't always wear that.
I apologize. I didn't bring it tonight. That's my fault.
Oh, you're fine.
We just figured you wear that all the time.
I do. I wear it to bed.
Yeah.
I dream of being like Hussey. If you have any questions, watch Hungry Hussey.
Yeah,
you know I mean?
My daughter found Hungry Hussey for me. She loves his 40th birthday video. He's talking about the Hungry Hussey turns 40. She quoted that thing for the past 2 years. So we enjoy his videos.
Nice.
Hussey, you better watch out. Chris Hansen's going to be at your door.
Right, Left, did you have a follow-up question because your first question was already asked?
I think I'm going to have to go back and research questions and get into character. This one just got exploited.
Yeah.
There was a spoiler. Dang.
And it was right as we were bringing you up.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Somebody's calling.
Right.
Love you guys.
Hey,
love you guys.
Cool. Oh, that didn't work. There, it worked. So you got any more questions popped up in the chat there, El Hobo?
I think Ken wants to exploit the question that got exploited and go with how many is Mike normally cooking for on the Blackstone?
3, just my wife and daughter. So I think the 17-inch would probably work. And I've contemplated getting one again just because with all the brisket leftovers I have, whether I'm cooking one myself or at a restaurant, I eat a fraction of what I put on camera at a restaurant. videos. I love making brisket tacos and quesadillas and omelets and things of that nature. So the Blackstone would really pair well with that.
Grilled cheese with some brisket in there.
Grilled
Wrong
cheese.
way. Mike might look into that one.
Okay.
You get a 17-inch. The table doesn't come with it. That's from a
But
restaurant.
does that lid come with it? So maybe that would help with the rust, because the one I had like a little Weber cover on it. It was not very good at all.
So I keep mine in the garage.
Okay, that's maybe what I'll have to do as well.
But that one comes with I think it's a 17-inch, and then you get the deep fryer.
Okay.
They say it's
Which would be
portable.
nice to have as well.
I would never want to lug that thing out into the fucking woods with me,
Yeah.
along with the bottle of peanut oil or whatever you deep fry in. But it's great for neighborhood cooks. People want to have fries or whatever. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
The only grill I ever carry with me is my PK, just because it's so damn easy to log around, and I can cook so many things on there. And I had the grill grates that I could flip over and smash burgers or things like that. So
Bobby Catton says the 2021 17-inch has a lid. Depends on where you buy it.
okay.
Yeah, whatever you get one with a lid that opens and closes.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
I think I had a 17-inch Blackstone that had the lid. It was like a Venture edition or something.
Okay.
Little folding legs, and you could carry it around. But
Yeah, I'll definitely check into it, because like I said, I've been thinking about it anyway after watching some of you guys cook on yours. I think it was the Wall Twins hot seat that got me kind of interested in the
now Traeger Griller just came out with their Pro Edition 36-inch with a lid and everything underneath and everything. So just
All right.
keep an eye out for that.
Hussey's correcting me saying that's a 22. He's probably right.
22.
That's what he's talking about.
Mine might have been a 22 then also.
Well, they had a 17-inch. Like, I would argue that was actually portable.
Yeah.
I bought mine because it was raining one day and I wanted cheesesteaks, and the 36-inch was in the backyard, so I bought one at Dick's to make cheesesteaks in my fucking driveway or in my garage.
Nice.
Yeah, I love brisket cheesesteaks with leftovers, man. Believe it or not, American cheese. Of course, Rob, you may cringe at that, being from Philly, but American cheese on brisket with a little onion and jalapeno is absolutely amazing.
All right, I put the StreamYard link back in there if you want to hop on and ask Mike a question. And reminder, we're not doing the after show here. Everybody needs to go over to After the Hot Seat channel. And that's down in the description here. Down in there.
All right, so Ken's suggestion is a 28-inch. I know I missed a question from Pickles that he's now putting in a short version. Aside from the Oreos, what are Mike's fail cooks? And let's talk about the Oreos.
The Oreos is something I did just because it was kind of trending, and I was curious about it, because I'm always trying to experiment. I've grilled honey buns for years, and they've come out really great. And Oreos, believe it or not, when I was a little kid, I would put Oreos on my sandwich because I was ready to get back to the playground. So I put all my entire lunch onto a sandwich, eat it, and go play. And I always enjoyed that. I thought the Oreos on a ham and cheese sandwich was good. So I was like, maybe bacon wrapped Oreos would be good. I absolutely hated it, but my wife and my daughter enjoyed it. This wasn't for me.
Huh.
It wasn't for me at all. But yeah, I want to try more stuff like that. I want to do another video on honey buns. I think a grilled honey bun's pretty good, believe it or not. Especially for you Blackstone guys, put a little bit of butter down there and grill it like a piece of French toast. It's good
Right.
stuff.
All right, so I got to do the first fist into the wall. You're stealing my fucking job, Rob.
I do. I have a Superman tattoo I got when I was 17 years old, because every 17-year-old thinks they're Superman. And then I have the state of Texas on my shoulder.
Huh. Now, were you born in Texas?
I was born actually just right up the road from Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Huh.
Grew up in Alvarado, Texas, which is home of Johnny Trigg. Never met the man. So when he's on Barbecue Pitmasters and a guy from my hometown of 3,000 people is on there, it's like, I've never heard of this dude.
Oh, wow.
But which is absolutely amazing considering how small the town is. But
Yeah.
I've never heard of him. And
I don't think he ever
Be a nice
leaves
guy.
the bus.
what's that?
I don't think he ever leaves the bus except for turn-ins.
Uh-oh. We got somebody in the basement here.
All right.
Keith again.
I just want to pop on here for a second and just say,
That's weird.
I'm an old man, okay? And Oreos back in the day, when I remember growing up, when I was 8, 10, 11, 12, 14 years old, they were really good. And Oreos today really suck. Okay? They just like everything in life. Everything changes, okay? If you go back 50 years and did those bacon wrapped Oreos, I'll bet they would have been awesome.
Yeah.
You know, now today I couldn't do one. I was like you when you tried it. It was like, oh man, this sucks. But your daughter and your wife loved them, and I'm like, so that's cool. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong, but but yeah, I bet back in the day, I bet that really would have worked.
So speaking of
now
back
you get so many chemicals and stuff in the Oreos now that I just don't think it's going to work. But
did you
I'll
ever eat?
I'll give you credit for trying it.
Did you ever eat moon pies back in the day? Let's talk about.
Yeah,
back in the day
well, with an RC, you had to have an RC.
Oh yeah, my mom used to tell me after she would work in the cotton fields, she'd go get a moon pie and a RC cola to finish the day off. But Matt Pittman at Meat Church has been smoking moon pies for years. He swears by it, but I've yet to try because I don't like moon pies to begin with.
Okay, one more question. I'm out of here. You don't know nothing about the armadillo. You know anything about Billy Joe Shaver?
I know some of his music, and he recently passed away, I believe, as well.
Okay, I'm going to forgive you on the question that you didn't know about the armadillo. You know of Billy Joe Shaver. Okay, I'll watch another video of yours.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to give you a thumbs up there, dude.
All right.
So, well, thank you. And
I appreciate you.
I'm out of here.
All right, Keith.
Bye, Felicia. He doesn't know that reference.
No.
And if he does know that reference, God, I'm scared.
Yeah. I think you got a question in there from Madwood, maybe.
I got all types of questions, but I'm just waiting to see if you're going to steal them from me or not.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just.
Because I can't go back and get the fists, so I'll have to know something else.
I might actually just go quick grab another beer.
That's what she said.
All right.
All right, so Terry at Madwood Barbecue wants to know what's something Mike will not cook.
I don't like salmon. I love seafood, but I don't like salmon. I'm kind of like CJ on that one. I think I don't care for it. I've only had it one time where I actually found it edible, and that was at a Texas Monthly dinner that Pecan Lodge in Dallas, Texas threw. They did a kind of off the menu behind the pit dinner. They cooked, quail and salmon and things not on the normal smoked menu, and their salmon was pretty good that night. But since then, I haven't found any salmon that I like.
I'm the same way. I don't like seafood at all, but salmon is one of those things where people are like, "Wait, you don't like salmon?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No." I'm like, you haven't tried my salmon?
That's exactly what I get as well, because I'll eat any other kind of fish, and I'm not opposed to grilling up anything whatsoever. In fact, for my bachelor party, we bought all sorts of exotic meats, from kangaroo to yak to bear, rattlesnake, and we just grilled up and decided which one we liked the best. And so I'll try anything once, but salmon I'm just not a fan of.
So Kent put Hobo whining again. I'm just trying to pass on, every show when it transitions needs to have a little bit of history. And Ken, I'm just trying to keep you alive in these little small moments. I don't have a pen. Well, I have one pen. I don't have a bucket of pens like you did. So it's the fist throw. Rob, you got anybody in the basement? Because I got a couple more.
Nobody's in the basement at this point in time.
All right. So Pickles Barbecue wants to know if you if Mike were to cook for YouTubers, what would he make?
Man, probably have to be ribs. I don't have any rib videos, but it's probably my strongest protein, and I'm pretty good at it, I think. And of course, I don't do much size on my channel, but I make a pretty mean Gouda mac and cheese as well to go with it.
Talking pig ribs or cow ribs?
Probably both. I like both.
Now I have to pick your brain on this Gouda mac and cheese.
It's so simple, and I even use the processed cheese, but put enough Gouda in there, you don't taste it as much. It helps with the creaminess. Not bad at all.
Oh,
All right. So is it Chris? Is it Nate? Which one is it? I'm guessing it's one of the two. And they've sat there in the depths and waited to fucking lob this grenade.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate it. And just a reminder, I'm matching donations to Give Kids the World, so let's keep them coming.
I think you've already been outmatched by Steve.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And actually, Griddle guys would be on.
It's Chris. I knew it'd be Chris. I feel like him and I are like, what's that animal you have in your life?
Me?
Everybody has a something animal. I can't think of what the word is.
Spirit animal?
Spirit animal. Me and Chris are each other's spirit animals.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have Griddle guys. Maybe one or two of the Wall twins. The Hungry Hussy, Dad Life, and what's that?
That'll be a fun Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday we're gonna have Griddle night. So we'll have a full list. I know I'm forgetting somebody here, but yeah, that's gonna be an awesome one.
All right, so Everett Barbecue wants to know, is there a video you posted that you thought would crush, but for whatever reason it struggled?
I do. It's my blueberry pancake fatty. I thought people would absolutely love that. I took blueberry sausage and made a fatty stuffed it with pancake and maple syrup, and I have like 200 views on that. And I thought that would absolutely kill.
So I know what a fatty is. Most people probably don't. Explain what that is.
So traditionally, you take the sausage, and some people actually do ground beef and stuff it with onions, peppers, eggs, whatever you want to. But I went sweet and savory and did pancakes. Flattened out the sausage, put in some pancakes, drizzled it with syrup, wrapped it up and smoked it, and delicious, absolutely amazing. But nobody gave a damn about that video. It went absolutely nowhere, and still is nowhere.
Rob, check your phone. Apparently you have a Twitter bang.
Is it on? Yeah, I saw that said Facebook message, but I don't see a Facebook message.
It's Stephen and Jacqueline, the greatest mods of all time.
But I do like that question. I think it's a good question for all the guests. I think we all had that video where we thought it would absolutely kill and just did nothing.
Right. All right, so yes, it's Mario wants to know tri-tip or picanha.
Picanha. 6 months ago, I'd have told you tri-tip, but picanha now, for sure. I enjoy a good tri-tip.
I'm looking.
I'm trying to get caught up. The chat fucking did that spinny thing on me that fucked my eyes out. It did it again. Yeah, I got that part. Stop. I shouldn't say stop. Messages are good. I just can't keep up with them.
I found his message. I found it. What's this?
Coleman, I'm not responding to you until you put at Hobo Nichol Barbecue Testing. That's just going to
You got to make it work for it, huh?
I don't know if there's anything embarrassing in this room other than a fucking shitload of just random shit.
Double checking the after the hot seat link.
Now, a video I had that killed it that I thought wouldn't get any views whatsoever is a steak I did on the Rectech. I didn't think anybody would watch that, but so far it's my largest or most viewed video. It's insane how that works out sometimes.
I've got the same situation in my life. Never thought my biggest video would be my biggest video. Had no fucking plans of it.
Was that the butter one?
No, it was the do you really need a
Oh yeah, the slow and sear one.
oh somehow the audio cut out, Rob. That was weird. Not you, Hope. I can't keep up. All right. I'm throwing in the towel, Rob.
You done with questions?
Come on, guys.
No more?
What's Mike's ultimate barbecue destination?
I've already done it, but the place I want to go to that I not really accessible to me right now is John Lewis Barbecue in Charleston, South Carolina. He's a Texas guy, which I had his food when he was working in Texas. He started off at Franklin Barbecue, then Love Barbecue, then did his own place in Charleston. I would like to go check out his place there because it was damn good when I had him in Austin, or I had his food in Austin.
Nice.
I think Charleston would be a fun city just to visit.
Now we do have somebody in the basement.
Coleman says he doesn't have power. He's on his iPad, and he's not checking that whole thing out.
All right, here comes somebody with a question for you.
All right. Hey,
Whoa.
Bobby.
She's got sleeves on.
Every once in a while. You've already answered my question, but I just wanted to jump on and say thank you for your videos on the PK Grill, because I did buy one and
That's awesome.
I love it. I hope you do more videos on it because I'm a total newbie.
Totally plan on doing more
I've
videos.
cooked a couple of things on it so far. I did a tri-tip and I did some steaks and shrimp and asparagus. And
Was there anything in particular you want to see?
I eat anything, literally
Okay.
anything. So I'm curious to see how to best maintain the temperature control and that kind of thing. I mean, I know how to.
Did you see that video I put out? I want to say the 1st of January on bringing the PK Grill up to temp.
Yeah, and I think it's just because I'm just a novice and trying to figure out if are my temperature probes even working right, and what do I trust, and so I have backups to make sure that I'm doing it all right. But
same here. Which PK Grill did you buy?
I bought the original.
Okay,
because we were talking about it in a chat one time, and I had seen one of your videos where you said, "Oh, I wish I would have got the 360." So I went, "Okay, I'll look at the 360." And then I saw someone else's videos, and they were talking about the original is the only one that is totally 100% U.S. made.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, in these times, I really want to be conscious of that. And then I was on another live with you, and you said, yeah, get the original. So I was like, okay,
I flip-flopped on that. I really thought I would want the 360, and I became completely satisfied with the original. And a friend of mine actually sold his 360 and got an original. So today
I love it. So I just wanted to say thank you, because I'm the kind of shopper that will shop for something for like 6 months or a year, and
I'm the same way.
Research the death out of everything, and there was at some point I went, okay, enough. I have to buy something, and I had a discount code and they had a sale, and I went, this is it, time to go. So one thing I've learned in this YouTube world, I'm never doing a review again until I've had the grill for at least 3 to 6 months. Because that RecTech has really bit me in the ass on that. They fixed everything, but man, that thing was a pain for a while there. And I was honest with everybody about the troubles I've had, but I wish I'd have waited 6 months before I even brought up that I had the damn thing. But RecTech did make everything okay, and it's working fine now. And
It's the grill I use the most because it's easy to do Monday through Friday.
Oh, good.
But
Well, anyway, I'll jump off, but I
Cool.
just wanted to tell you thank you.
it's nice talking to you. I appreciate the support. You always comment on all my videos, and I appreciate that.
Well, thanks. See ya.
Yeah.
Bobby.
It looks like Darnell is a little upset with you, Hobo.
Yeah, it happens.
You didn't mention his name after he spent all that time typing out your name.
His name is just as long as my name. It's just with less spaces. So, and now I'm getting called to the carpet, so I can't fuck this up. Jason Cleveland wants to know, Mike, do you ever get up to Memphis to a place called The Commissary? And Darnell Medley, I apologize for not saying your name in the previous question.
I've heard of the commissary. I've not been there, but Tennessee is definitely a place I want to head to and eat some barbecue. I live here in Texas, but I believe in barbecue love. So I don't care if you're, Tennessee barbecue, Kansas City barbecue, Carolina barbecue. It's all fantastic to me. And so I really want to venture out and outside of Texas and try some new things. But the commissary is definitely one of the places I want to try.
All right. So last question I have, Rob. I don't know if you have anybody in the basement, but yes, it's Mario wants to know what Mike's dream cooker is.
Well, I think there was a question before that one that you missed.
That's why I'm asking this one so I can scroll up. Quit cock blocking me and let me do my job.
My dream cooker is I want a commercial kitchen on a trailer and with either a Moberg or a backline smoker or a mill scale smoker, because I want to cook for families battling cancer, whether it's cooking for them in the hospital, whether it's cooking for fundraisers. It's something I really want to do. And hospitals, even before COVID, are super, super strict on what kind of food you can donate for the families in care. They want everything to come from a commercial kitchen. And so one day I hope to have that commercial kitchen on a trailer so I can cook for hospitals, fundraisers, whatever.
All right. So since somebody didn't type my name out, I'm not going to even acknowledge who the question comes from. What's your favorite dessert?
Oh, I didn't start eating sweets until recently, but chocolate chip cookies are my favorite. I love chocolate chip cookies with unsweet tea, which is another thing that could get me kicked out of Texas, drinking unsweetened tea. Wright's Barbecue in Fayetteville, Arkansas, just right outside Fayetteville and Johnson, serves free chocolate chip cookies with their barbecue. It's unbelievable.
It's perfect.
All right, so Lewis at Our Shack Barbecue at Hobo. Disappointing. Does Mike consider Tex-Mex a form of barbecue or Mexican?
I consider it Texican. It's Texas, Mexico combined, and it's my absolute favorite thing to eat. Tex-Mex barbecue, or some call it Mexique, is my absolute favorite. Tacos and barbecue go together. Enchiladas and barbecue go together. You can just mix it in any way you want to. I absolutely love it.
All right, so Everett, Jesus Christ, the thing's moving. Everett says if he is headed to Tennessee, please go to B.E. Scott's in Lexington, Tennessee. They have amazing whole hog. Not a must.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to. A guy you guys should follow on Instagram, Jimmy Ho, he's the Smoking Ho. He did a hog trip a couple of years ago, and I've been extremely jealous of that. And he went through Tennessee, the Carolinas, and back down to Texas. And yeah, I would love to do that sometime.
All right, so Ken's going to make me piss Rob off, and I love it. This is a throwback question from back in the day, which reminds me we missed two things that I need to ask. But if Mike was stranded on a desert island with Rob, what part of the body would he eat first?
Oh man, there's that episode of The Walking Dead where they're eating that leg off a shopping cart they turned into a grill. I'd probably recreate that scene. A little calf muscle, little chicken wings.
I guess I'll be hopping around.
He's saying you skipped leg day, Rob.
Yeah. And you got all sorts of questions in here now.
You guys are making you're making my job harder. The more I drink, the more it's. We need bigger font.
Yeah.
You get a monitor.
Blah, 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 blah. Ask Mike if he's been to the Salt Lick, and if so, how did he like it?
So the Salt Lick is pretty much an institution in Texas. It's a very cool venue, and I suggest everyone go there at least one time. The atmosphere is top notch. The barbecue is okay, but it's still good. It's not my favorite. But they have probably one of the best deals in Texas barbecue. I think it's like $20 for like all you can eat. But I haven't been there in 10 years, to be completely honest.
I'm trying to think of the place. So outside of Texas City, there's a city that sits on the water called Kenai? Quinoa?
Kima?
Kima. Is there a Salt Lick there?
I don't know. I know there's one in Round Rock and there's one in Austin, or outside of Austin. But I don't know about Kima. I haven't been down there in forever.
I feel like I might have eaten at one of those.
Yeah.
All right.
It's probably the Pat and Geno's of Texas barbecue.
So Stephanie Jimenez wants to know, what is your favorite meat to cook? Holy shit, there was a lot of comments just hopped in there. And favorite grill?
So favorite meat to cook here lately is picanha, just because it's so damn good. My favorite grill to use is the PK grill, because it's just so simple and retains heat well. It doesn't take a lot of fuel. As far as smoky meats, probably brisket's fun to cook, but I still enjoy cooking a good pulled pork as well.
All right, so Kent Daddy Dutch wants to know if Mike could pick one meat. If Mike could pick one meal to eat for the rest of his life, would he eat Rob's right or left leg?
Left leg. We'll make some tacos out of that.
All right, I'm going to let the chat get caught up here.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin, been with the hot seat for 5 years. Always had this question. Were you ever in a band, played an instrument, favorite music, favorite bands, etc.?
So before barbecue, music was my obsession. I absolutely love live music, and spent my 20s going to hundreds upon hundreds of concerts. I cannot play music whatsoever. I suck at guitar. I suck at singing. So I just enjoy concerts, and I was actually a music promoter for a couple of years. Got to meet a lot of great bands, and kind of how I got into the Super Bowl halftime show. And
you didn't know what the armadillo was?
Do what?
And you
The
didn't
armadillo
know
has been around for a long time. Probably around the mid '80s when I was in elementary schools when it went away, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I used to go to Austin a lot. I joked earlier that only go to Austin for barbecue, but back in my 20s, I lived in Austin a lot, going to see live music and following bands. And the bands, I like a little bit of everything. I can appreciate good music no matter the genre. As I get older, though, I listen to more the Texas country bands like Flatland Cavalry and Josh Abbott and Randy Rogers, things of that nature.
I can't fucking deal with this. All right, and I will deal with this. And not in particular order. When Mike cooks Rob's leg, what would his go-to seasoning be?
This is from Lewis R. Now it's coming from everywhere.
I think I have to go with Gator Shake, don't I? It looks like the gator grabbed his leg.
Straight from Bucky's.
Yeah. Gator Shake, a little bit of Mitch's Womp sauce on there.
Oh, God. All right. Would you do crazy dance while smoking your meat? That's a challenge for you.
Next video.
All right. He's there. Oh, shit. It rolled up. What's the strangest YouTube comment or comment you have gotten today?
Not to bring politics, but last night I got called a whack job liberal. And if you know me, that made my wife laugh. I think it was COVID related.
Can Mike sing 10 or 12 miles away from Kent Daddy Dutch? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Mike does not sing.
I don't see that one.
Mike's. I'm in the StreamYard. I've given up on YouTube. I can't fucking deal with that. And nobody's putting anything but other than at Hobo or something related to Hobo. Mike's family favorite meal they like him to cook.
Who asked that one?
Darnell Medley!
I couldn't tell you. They enjoy it when I make mac and cheese, whether it's a side dish or as the main dish. That's probably their favorite thing that I cook. They enjoy breakfast. I'm a big breakfast guy. I could really skip the other meals. Whether it's brisket, egg and cheese tacos or an omelet, I cook a lot of breakfast.
Okay.
All right,
So
so
you do need some kind of griddle then.
Yeah. It'll definitely help out.
our favorite Irishman, Colin, says, Mike, apart from cooking up your own, what's your favorite off-the-shelf barbecue sauce?
Off the shelf is Head Country. It's the Head Country original, and the apple habanero isn't too bad either. But it's such a good base, and you can doctor it up any way you want to. Whether it's put something like Dr. Pepper, sometimes I'll use cherry Dr. Pepper mixed in with the Head Country, and but straight out the bottle, it's fantastic.
All right, Terry wants to know, Madwood Barbecue, does Mike like ZZ Top?
El Paso guys, yeah, I've seen them a few times in concert. A little bit before my time, but I can appreciate what they've done. One of my favorite bands in the late 90s, early aughts was a local Texas band called Blue October, and ZZ Top was a fan of Blue October, so sometimes they would peek into shows, and they would be there. It's kind of cool to see.
Rob, you got anybody in the basement? Because I'm going to whip through this because Hobo has a package at the door.
I do not.
All right, so yes, it's Mario wants to know spares or baby backs.
Man, I go back and forth on that. Here lately I'm more spares, but overall I've been a big fan of baby backs. I love pork ribs, so either one's fine with me.
Pickle says shark or tuna.
Shark.
Kent can go fuck himself. Keep going.
That's a video I hope to do in the future, is me fishing, catching the fish, filleting the fish, and grilling the fish. Maybe a fun video to do.
Rob, it's your show.
Yep. So I put another link in there if anybody wants to hop on, ask Mike a question. Now you said mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Is your family's favorite? Do you cook?
Yeah, my favorite thing that I cook for them. Yeah.
And what are you using to cook that?
It's super simple, and I think I'm gonna do a video soon. But it's basically just
Just their favorite. You don't have a video of it yet?
because I focus on the proteins. I haven't really done much size on my channel.
Okay.
But yeah, I maybe do like a leftover video where I do like a brisket mac and cheese. But it's super simple. A little bit of Velveeta. I know people cringe at Velveeta, but I mix it in with Gouda and a little bit of cheddar cheese for the sharpness. It's good. I enjoy it.
Are we talking stovetop? Or
Yeah, I'll cook it on the stovetop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't smoke it. I'm not a big fan of smoked mac and cheese, but sometimes we'll take smoked cheeses and put in there.
Yeah.
Like my last video, I went to a meat market called Fisher's in Munster, Texas.
All right.
They had a lot of smoked cheeses, and I've been using their smoked cheese in my mac and cheese lately. It's pretty good.
Nice. Oh, we actually do have somebody in the basement.
All right.
You might know this gentleman.
All right.
Hey, it's Keith.
Hey,
I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a chance to make up for not knowing what the armadillo was. If you don't know this answer, then there's no help for you.
All right. There's probably no help for me. Let's try.
Do you know who Joe Ely is?
I do know who Joe Ely is. Yes.
Name
I've
one
actually met
song
Joe
he
Ely.
sang. Name one song he sang.
And I can't do it. Kind of funny thing
Why?
is, my marketing professor in college was his manager, and I had actually had the opportunity to meet him during that time, but I couldn't tell you a song off the top of my head.
You met your professor, or you met Joe Ely?
Well, I met both, but my professor introduced me to Joe Ely.
Hey, and you don't know? Okay, go Google this.
Being in the music industry, I've met a lot of musicians that I've never heard of the music.
I'll tell you what. Joe Ely has. I've been a fan of his for.
And he's legendary here, and honestly,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not even from Texas, and I know how legendary he is.
The thing is, I did not get into country music until my 30s. I casually listened to it in college, but it wasn't until my 30s that I really appreciated country music for what it
I
is. And
I don't consider him country though.
yeah,
No, I don't. I consider him Texas.
yeah. Well, Texas
And to
country.
me, Texas is a different genre than
For sure.
country.
For sure.
You know, but yeah, it's you can go find this video on YouTube. Look up "It's a Hard Life." I think that's the name of it.
And I probably could
By Joe
hear some of
Ely.
the music and know the song, but not necessarily know it was Joe Ely who did it.
Yeah, but yeah, he. I've been turning people on to him for 40 years, man.
Yeah. I was probably 22
Yeah.
and when I met him, but like I said, I didn't appreciate it at the time.
Oh my God, yeah. You know, the one thing that people don't know about him was he went to Australia one year and he met the Clash,
Okay.
and he hooked up with the Clash in Australia. I think it was Australia, and did some shows with them, and then the Clash came back to the United States. And they did some shows with Joe here, you know. And so if you think of the Clash, you know, they're knocking at the cash ball or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and Joe Ely singing Fingernails and all this weird fucking shit, you know. It's completely different types of music. You're going from punk to Texas.
Yeah.
You know? And they're bringing it all together. They're bringing people together, and yeah. But okay, all right. You know who Joe Ely is, and you know who Joe Shaver is. I'm going to give a big thumbs up on that. So I'm going to forgive the armadillo question.
Got some
But
points
you
there.
should learn about the armadillo. I'm out of here.
I will.
Nice.
What was the last question you asked, Rob?
I don't think I asked any from here.
Oh, fuck. I leave you for 30 seconds. I could have microwaved some food. I'm starving here.
I think the next one would be the Daddy Dutch one about steaks.
Okay, so ribeye or New York strip steak? You know, see how me and Rob are? We're like looking at the same comment.
Yeah.
Absolutely a ribeye. So I did have some Wagyu New York strips about a month ago that I didn't cook for a video. And they were phenomenal, but I still prefer a ribeye.
You see there? I think I would choose New York strip.
Really?
Just really nice, thick ones.
Yeah.
That's what Bobby said. We're at that point where I start saying things that I question whether Rob will have me on the show next week or not. All right, so Everett Barbecue wants to know cream cheese, yes or no? I'm assuming he wanted you to answer that with Keith on, but
oh yeah,
yeah. No, I'm not a cream cheese fan.
Oh,
yeah. Not a
he's
cream
got
cheese
more
fan.
points for Keith.
Yeah.
All right, well, it was a good show. Bye.
No, if I'm doing any kind of popper, I just put a hunk of cheddar in there. I don't mess with cream cheese. Pisses my wife off because she loves cream cheese, but yeah, I can't stand this stuff.
See, Kent makes a good point. He's not country, he's Western, Blues Brothers reference, which I'm probably one of 5 people that catch that reference. I'm not answering your I'm not asking your question, Coleman. That's what a good co-host does. He goes, nope, that's a hard nope.
I want to hear the question though. What's Coleman got for me?
It wasn't for you. It was for Keith.
Oh yeah, it was a Keith question.
So that's not the way this show works. You only get to ask questions to Mike. Me and Rob are not here for that, and whoever is on is not here for that. Ask Mike if he prefers warm German potato salad over the typical mayo-based stuff.
Man, that stuff.
Bobby Catton.
I prefer like a baked potato salad, but that German potato salad I had in my last video was pretty damn good. It was nice and warm and had a little sauerkraut flavor to it. It was different and good. A lot of German influence in Texas barbecue.
I'm caught up. I'm done. I can go make food.
I was gonna say you're caught up.
Pat, what the fuck? Pat Rob, take over TNT's question because I don't know how to enunciate that word, and I'm not going to look like an idiot on YouTube more than I normally.
Tanya or tri-tip question again?
Yeah, Pitania or tri-tip, which do you prefer?
That is
Tanya, though.
Hey, they tried. I'm horrible at typos, so I'm not going to complain on that one. I'm surprised I haven't been asked more about barbecue joints besides the Salt Lick. I figured I'd be inundated. Every time I watch other chats for people from Texas, they seem like they want to know more about the restaurants.
Tell us more about the restaurants.
Everybody's been tied in at home. Nobody knows what a restaurant even is anymore.
Kidding.
Like back when they were a kid, they were restaurants.
Yeah. It's funny. I can't win or lose on that. If I go out, people say, why are you going out? And if I show, the social distance guidelines that they're doing at the restaurant, people flip out. Why do you care? It's just, you can't win right now with the restaurant reviews, but I still enjoy them.
Hey, Hobo, it looks like Coleman reworded his question, so it's for Mike.
That's for Mile, and I don't know who Mile is. How about Dreamland Barbecue in Alabama?
Never heard of Dreamland Barbecue in Alabama.
Nope.
Never heard of it. I think the only barbecue restaurant I've heard of in Alabama is the Big Bob Gibson, which I've had. But
what is the most expensive piece of meat Mike has cooked, and would he cook it again?
Most expensive meat would probably be just a prime brisket. I don't cook too much expensive stuff. I don't get into Wagyu. When COVID first started and all the grocery stores were out of meat, I went to a local butcher who had a Wagyu box that was actually pretty damn cheap. And I got that, but nothing too extravagant. It wasn't A5 or anything. So I would say a big 15-pound brisket, prime brisket, is probably the most expensive thing that I cooked, and it turned out phenomenal.
Oh, that was picanha or tri-tip.
Yeah.
I bet.
Wagyu chicken rocks. All right, I'm done here.
Wagyu chicken. You got to cook that medium rare, though.
Kent, what do you want from me?
I see some pink.
Mike, pull your headphones back just a little bit. No, like hold them back.
No.
Dono Medley wants to know, has Mike had Rocky Mountain oysters? Have I caught up now for skipping the name?
Sure.
I have. There was a festival. I went to school at Texas Tech University. Every year they have a concert and they sell Rocky Mountain oysters. And yeah, I had them there all 5 years of college. I was on the 5-year program. So.
Keep scooting down to my chair.
Kent says, # bring back the old hobo, zero fucks given, ... LOL. Kent, if you're going to become the hashtag guy, you got to learn that you can't have dots. And
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
I feel like I've taken over your role, you've taken over my role, and we're both failing epically.
If you want to see videos for Rocky Mountain oysters, go check out Meaty Mike. That guy is always cooking some kind of wild game meat or something exotic. It's fun to watch because I'm all about experimentation. He does a pretty good job at that.
Didn't Cooking with Corey or Cooking with Kirby just do those?
Yeah, Cooking with Corey did.
Yeah.
Cooking with Corey did. In fact, I found his channel from the hot seat because he made a comment about that, I think, in the chat. And that's how I learned about his channel.
All right, Kent again, because he's a attention whore tonight, apparently.
Yeah, lots of questions.
For Mike, Spam potted meat, yes or no?
I go with Spam. I grew up eating Spam with mustard. It's pretty good. I haven't had it in years, but it's pretty good. I want to try, what was that you were talking about last night, Rob? The Taylor's pork roll?
Oh, yeah. Taylor ham or pork roll.
I want to try that.
Pork roll, egg, and cheese.
I used to do that with boy.
Two of them on a Kaiser with fried egg and some cheese. Yep.
Kent, I love you. I'm just giving you a hard time, like you used to do me.
I think Kent misses being on the hot seat on Thursday.
Yeah.
He could hop on here right now.
Yeah.
I guarantee it'll be some kind of plaid, because he copies me now.
Ah, that's true.
What's Mike's favorite alcoholic beverage?
I don't drink too much anymore, but I'll still enjoy good whiskey. And I quit judging people on what barbecue restaurants they like because I drink Bud Light. So I was like, if I can drink Bud Light, they can enjoy Dickie's or whatever chain barbecue they eat. So, but yeah, I'll drink beer and whiskeys. I'll drink beer.
It's right there, Ken. It's literally the comment above. Fuck you, Chris.
Hey,
But I'm learning about whiskey and everything I'm learning about's out of stock around here. So
we'll probably start wrapping this up in the next 10 minutes or so, and then hop onto the after the hot seat, and then we could have more people up in here.
all right.
So yeah, again, everybody, make sure you go join after the hot seat.
All right, we're going quick fire. Mike, ready?
Let's do it.
Short answers. How many cookers does he have, and what's his favorite? Yes, it's Mario.
So right now I have 4 cookers. The PK is probably my favorite.
Darnell Medley wants to know what's Mike's favorite, or what's Mike's dream vehicle?
Dream vehicle, I'm simple when it comes to vehicle. I just want a good truck. Ford F-150, Toyota Tundra, something like that.
Jason Cleveland says, please post the correct link to the after show. I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah, it wasn't working for some people. But if you search for after the hot seat, it's there. I'll put it in the StreamYard. Does this link not do anything? I guess don't click on it because then you'll go away.
You can right click on it and open a new
right
tab.
click on it, open a new tab.
Keith, right click, new tab.
What's a tab?
All right. So
I got somebody in the basement.
okay. I feel like he's going to be bigger than me.
What's going on, Kent?
I'm ready for you, you tiny motherfucker. I've been waiting all night for this. Look at how small you look. You got no sound.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, he forgot how to do it. It's only been 3 weeks, Kent.
Hulk Hogan.
We're doing you missed a hobo? We're going like this.
There we go.
It worked.
All right. So since Kent, apparently his AirPad or whatever the hell it's called isn't working.
See,
All right. So Mike,
you're doing like, fast questions. What, you only had one question to do fast questions?
you interjected. I cut it off.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Continue with your fast questions.
My rhythm's gone, man. I'm going to bed. Anywho, fuck, now I lost my train of thought. Rob's favorite question, and you're not allowed to say wife or kids.
Oh.
Your personal Mount Rushmore, who would be on there?
I'm clueless who to put on this, honestly. Wife and kids is way too easy. I would put Dr. Watt, the girl that saved my daughter's life. I would put my mom. I would put Aaron Franklin just for making this barbecue thing more popular than what it was. And myself, because I really dig myself.
Wow, I think that might be the first time that question's ever been answered with myself.
Yeah.
I give you credit for having the balls to pull that trigger. All right, so Keith wants to know, ask him chicken feet, yes or no?
I do. I'm a big fan of Chinese food, and you go get some dim sum. They bring out the chicken feet. I'll get that every now and then.
All right, so you got about 12 seconds to ask another question, or else Rob's going to wrap this up. But my last question, and if you watched the hot seat last week, you know what this question is going to be, and you probably had a chance to think about it. But do you think that butterflies remember being caterpillars?
I do not. I think they come out confused as hell.
I think they probably do.
Lewis wants to know, is there anything you won't eat?
I'll try everything once.
Hang on, I gotta clear my throat for this. Darnell Medley wants to know what kind of equipment does Mike use to make his videos?
So I recently bought a camera. I used my iPhone up until the Vaqueros video, and I bought a Sony ZV-1, and still learning to use that. I screwed up with the sound on my last video when I went to Fisher's Meat Market, so that one was all kind of jacked up. But I'm so new to camera world. I'm learning it, but so far I'm enjoying it because I think for a higher end, it's actually considered a budget camera, but I think it's still high end for me. It's pretty good, easy to use, not too complicated. It works really, really well when I'm doing restaurant videos with the autofocus and everything else.
Nice.
Big thanks to Ricer for suggesting that camera, and CJ. CJ actually uses it as well.
All right, I'm done here, Rob.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell you want to do.
I think we want to wrap it up. I'll put another link in the channel here to after the hot seat. We'll create a live there in a minute.
All right.
Yeah, so Mike, thanks so much for being on the show.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on, and I'm digging the new format. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's good times. Do you want to say anything to the people in the chat?
Yeah, I wish I had my hat, but go support your local pitmasters, man. These restaurants are really having a tough time right now with everything going on, whether you get it to go or stay in. Definitely go eat barbecue out. You'll learn a lot about how to cook in the backyard as well. Most pitmasters here in Texas, I'm sure, same way, no matter where you live at, are more than willing to talk shop and give you some of their secrets, because with barbecue, you can tell somebody exactly what you do, but it's pretty damn hard to replicate at home.
Yeah.
So definitely support those guys because they need you right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool thing with all the storms going on, there's not enough firewood out there. A lot of Texas barbecue joints have been donating their barbecue woods and putting their own restaurants at risk to help keep people warm. So that's a really cool thing they've been doing.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's really cool.
El Hobo, any parting knowledge?
Yeah. Darnell, I'm sorry I forgot to say your name. Kent, eat a dick. Sperm, if you're still watching, you're a fuckface. And that's all I got to say.
Sounds good. All right, y'all. So we'll fire up something on the other channel there. It's after the hot seat. Go check it out. We'll hang there for a little while.
I'm gonna take a little break, then I'll jump on the after show.
Yeah, and we'll invite people to hop on there as well. Yep.
Thanks, guys. Thanks again.
We'll see you.